Hello gamers, this is Sai and welcome back to Which Way Games. Now, what did the Doomslayer get up to before he returned? And with that being said, let's get on with the video. When it comes to the original Doom and Doom 2, these have gone down in history as some of the most influential games ever made. And following from their success, the Doom franchise would expand with more sequels, such as Doom 64 and Doom 3. Now with the Doom series having a reboot with Doom 2016, this game was hailed as a great return to what made Doom an instant classic. It even introduced itself to a whole new legion of fans that loved the fast-paced gameplay, intense action, and the extreme violence. And with this, fans wanted more, and that's exactly what they got. And this came in the form of Doom Eternal, which so far is a hell of a ride. But before I carry on, let's go back to where it all started. When Doom 2016 was released and was classed as a huge success, work began on creating a follow-up that would not only carry on the story of the Doomslayer, but also improve on everything that made Doom 2016 great. However, with the bar set up so high, this task wouldn't be so easy. Multiplayer is where Doom 2016 found itself tripping over, especially when first released, but id Software and Bethesda had plans to correct this small mistake. Using an inside team from id Software, they created larger areas for gamers to battle in, but developers decided to throw in a bit of a twist, which I'll come back to later. Looking back to the past once again to see what made the classic Doom so popular, with Doom 2 playing a role in this, developers felt a graphical overhaul was needed. Not just for the stages that gamers would find themselves in, but also the enemies they would face up against.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
The majority of the enemies now resembled the original designs from Doom 2, which for Doom fans is a welcome nod to the classic game. And with even more tricks up their sleeves, developers wanted to make sure Doom fans, old and new, weren't going to be disappointed. Developers began to use a new game engine to give a sense of realism, especially when gamers started to blast away at demons. Flesh, armour and even bones would come apart thanks to the id Tech 7 engine, as well as the very environment being affected. Smashing through walls a bit like Red Faction for the PlayStation 2. Teasing gamers with small appearances at several E3 and other gaming expos over the years, gamers found themselves salivating and dreaming of playing this fantastic new game within the Doom franchise. And when the first trailer hit all the way back in 2018, Doom fandom went crazy and began to think of how this new game would be able to top the original. And of course, once all the planets had aligned, Doom Eternal was released for Doom fans everywhere. And like always, let's see how Doom Eternal was advertised.
We march against it to the end. Yeah. This is my mission, I'm here for a purpose. I give them that vision, we put in that work and we flipping that rhythm till everything's certain. Today is the day we rebel with a purpose. Renegade, front lines, let it ring. March on till they see the whole system change.
The story of Doom Eternal begins after the events of Doom 2016. In that time, the forces of hell have taken over 60% of the Earth, with the world being transformed into a battleground for demons and darker entities from the fiery depths. The military are defenseless and find themselves being ripped apart from the forces of hell. All seems doomed, however, Dr. Hayden had put into place certain contingency plans, especially one that features the most feared being in all of hell. The Doctor had arranged for the Doomslayer to be kept in isolation on an orbiting arc just outside the Earth's orbit. And while there, the Doomslayer had clearly kept himself busy with training to perfect his ability to kill everything in sight. It turns out that part of Hell's invasion is down to the evil Hell Priests that the Doomslayer knows all too well, and even the UAC are now pawns of Hell, praising the invasion and encouraging the takeover. Overlooking Earth, the Doomslayer locates the energy signature of the first Hell Priest, and his onboard computer known as Vega sets the location and a portal to Earth opens. Looking down on the scorched planet, the Doomslayer thinks back to that moment when he made the choice to remain in Hell. Snapping himself back to reality, the Doomslayer has a score to settle, and with this steps into the portal. Landing on the planet, the Doomslayer sets off on his violent mission of taking down the Hell Priests, stopping the invasion and if a few demons get caught in the crossfire, all the better.
Gameplay has gamers controlling the Doomslayer once again as he battles the evil forces of hell.
Gameplay remains the same with its high speed and if it moves shoot it mantra. However, Doom Eternal encourages gamers to observe and adapt to different playing styles, as well as exploiting enemy weak points, but these aren't as easy as some gamers might think. Another fantastic return is the upgrade system that will give even more abilities such as speed boost with a double dash move, maximising the Predator suit, as well as creating alternate fire modes for some of Doom Eternal's weapons.
One weapon that became a staple of the series is the Super Shotgun, and upgrading this has explosive results.
Although the shoulder cannon is a nice touch, especially when firing the Super Shotgun, as well as the wrist blade that comes into its own with the gruesome but fantastic glory kills. Although no Doom game would be complete without the BFG 9000.
A weapon that stood the test of time as being the most powerful gun in the universe.
Now, multiplayer can sometimes bring a game down a few points. However, with Doom Eternal, this isn't the case. The fast-paced, hectic action from the single-player campaign has been transferred over to the multiplayer segment of Doom Eternal, with gamers finally given the chance to battle against one another as Doomslayers or a variety of demonic hellspawn.
Who doesn't want to be a muscle-bound demon out for blood?
Coming back to the story.
Nope, not this time. I don't want to spoil anything for gamers, but how about a theory instead?
Now, one theory that's been toyed with over the years is that Doom has links with a certain Nintendo franchise. This would be the Legend of Zelda series, and the theory is that Doom Guy is actually the spirit of the hero called Link, far into the future. However, Doom Guy, aka Link, is now aware that he comes back time and time again to defeat evil. However, he's seen a lot that's made him extremely angry.
Release of Doom Eternal has been highly praised by gamers and critics, with some stating that it's the game of the year and far superior to Doom 2016.
Overall, it's easy to see why Doom Eternal is a must for any gamer's collection, with the majority of gamers praising the fantastic gameplay, great story, and the extreme violence.
Now, will gamers play on Nightmare mode, or will they give in and play on the easiest difficulty setting? One gamer I know called Nudge sadly paid the price. He will be missed.
If gamers haven't had the chance to play Doom 2016, then I highly recommend playing it before Doom Eternal. Perhaps over time gamers will be treated to some DLC, but will the series continue with Hell on Earth, or will it find its way appearing on other planets, or perhaps through time itself? Either way, I'm looking forward to see what comes next for the Doom franchise, but let's not forget where it all started, and the two classic Doom games that inspired so many games since their release.
Anyway, come back next time where Ellen Ripley has to deal with deadly aliens on a remote planet. Can she save the prisoners and stop the Whaling Corporation? Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.
We'll be right back.